best angle for the holder. I'm moving from Austin back to upstate New York, where I'm from. So I do like a little energy update. So I'll be looking for content, like maybe I should just make my own. I used to be able to find a lot of YouTube videos and put them on like a queue and listen to them, but I just feel like I've lost interest for the most part, especially like astrology. Just at this point, like, I don't know, I feel like what happens in my life is very telling within itself. I don't need to listen to astrology to tell me what's going to happen. It's like a living in the present moment, observing my reality and like what God's doing in my life, which I imagine is like what a lot of people are experiencing. And lately, maybe we really are on like the precipice of, I don't know, some kind of like, I don't know what it looks like, because I feel like God's mercy is so great. On cruise control. Go slow behind the truck while we're live streaming. Jerry's here. Jingle Bell Jerry. Yeah, moving sucks, but at least I have a big chonky boy cat who loves me. 15-pound tuxedo cat, big boy. We're trying to find collars for him at the store. We're like, I don't know if this is gonna fit him. I don't know if this is gonna fit him. And his harness is like on the last rung. And he's just a tuxedo cat, but he's not. I don't think he's fat. He's just a big boy. So I put the harness on. I'm like, shoot. I don't think this is gonna be big enough for him, but it's just, he's like at the last rung. And I think he likes it. He like, because we're traveling, so it's gotta be uncomfortable for him to travel, obviously. But I think like he likes his harness. It's like a full body harness. Because I think he feels like, I don't know, we're in travel mode. It's kind of like a shield, like a protection thing. Oh, hey, Joe. Queen. Hardly. Speaking of, I don't want to be a queen. I do see getting closer and closer, like a Judgment Day type scenario, because I think that God judges both those. Yeah, it's going well. I mean, it's like Austin to Memphis, and then Memphis to Columbus, and then Columbus to New York. But these roads are pretty safe because you're just kind of like going at like a steady 60 mile per hour. These don't seem like accident prone roads. It's like when you get into the cities, then you gotta like, it gets stressful. Like city traffic is it'll get your nervous system jacked up a bit if you don't try real hard to not. But yeah, these wide open spaces, these trucking roads, actually decently safe. I mean, I feel like I have to like barely pay attention for like hours at a time, so it kind of cuts the frustration of moving. Kind of just sifting through my phone on YouTube looking for something to listen to, like a podcast. Listening to like Theo Von. He did like a solo podcast. Wasn't that good. And then I go to Bad Friends. It's like Andrew Santino and I don't know, whatever that guy's name is. And there was a cute one where I think he had his like, I don't know, he had like his nieces on or something. They're like 17. I think they like live in his house. It was just kind of cute and funny. But it wasn't for long, and then it got boring. We even go to like a Taylor Welsh. Just like stuff that I've heard before or like lived. And I don't know, it's just not super interesting to listen to things you already know. I don't even want to get into information overload, so why not put content out? There's definitely a huge type of like desperate energy from this control spirit, like the Whore of Babylon, Jezebel spirit. It's like that counterfeit female energy. And listen, I'm not gonna like complain or like bitch about it, but just almost like very logistically talk about Judgment Day and the spirit. So it's really just that feeling of that spirit of control. That's what it is. Like the spirit wants control over God's people, and I can't be controlled. But people are controlled by their lust, you know? That's it's gotta be a sin because it's such a crutch and a foothold for the devil. Like you have to you have got to repent for lust. It is a sin. And I'm not saying it's a sin because it's a sin in the Bible and it's a sin. No, I'm telling you because I see this in other people. They are so out of control with their own life because they're controlled by the spirit of lust, which is connected to control from this Whore of Babylon, Jezebel, toxic feminine energy. So when men have it and they don't repent from it, they can try so hard to be perfect in every single way, but there's a crutch because they're controlled by this spirit, which oftentimes comes through, you know, a so-called friend, a boss. I mean, even it could come through a pornography addiction. And if you don't get rid of lust by repenting and inviting Jesus Christ's protection, give me a new heart, give me a heart of flesh. It's basically choosing love over lust. And like, it really just comes down to that. Do you want love or do you want lust? Because these energies, so people, every single person is operating in one of two. And the spirit it's like obsessed with control, obviously, so it always wants to appear as if it's the spirit of love, and it's not. So these people will say things like, oh, I think pornography is healthy, and I don't think I need to repent, and I believe in love and lust, they go hand in hand. They just say stupid shit because it's like anything, because it's control, so it's anything to deflect from the fact that you need Christ's salvation to give you a new heart, and then he's in control. Like, you gotta choose. You either controlled by Jesus Christ, God, or the Antichrist and the toxic Whore of Babylon queen female energy. And I see so often people will come into my life and, well, I would say like romantic relationships, they would come into my life and they do everything to try to get both spirits in the same reality. It's like, we do not mix. There is zero tolerance. There's zero room for these two female energies to coexist in one creative package that is like you or your family or you and your friends or whatever. So a lot of people love like approval and validation, and then they want like a ton of friends. I have like one friend, and I'm not complaining. There's a reason why I have one friend. And then, you know, I got people that are like a fan of my life and, you know, inspired by the channel and what I say. But I'm really just telling you stories about the spiritual backing of what's happening in my physical life. And then my family's really wonderful now because we went through and did a lot of clearing out of like bad energy, like generational curses and stuff, clearing it out of my family. I did that, like started that, and now it's good. And I can tell you it's good because it feels great to be around them, and like I feel energized. I feel like when you're really walking with God, you know the difference is like you have all the energy in the world to do God's will. You don't have the energy to do the controlling world ways. God tells you to do something new, you have all the energy in the world to do that. And maybe people will try and stop you. But the control energy is very draining. It can't be, and this is where, you know, if two people are like in a relationship and one of them has a spirit of lust and control, they'll drain your energy at moments at a time, like completely, like they'll zap you. If like they're with you 1 minute and then they go and call somebody who has the control spirit, now they're back under the spirit of control, right? So now they're supercharged with this demonic energy and they just suck the life out of you. They don't even have to be near you. But it's just that energetic exchange between men and women cannot coexist if they're not both under the spirit of lust or under the spirit of love. And then obviously the people under the spirit of lust, if they can like get married and make that covenant work, like they don't cheat or they maybe have kids, maybe then they'll develop love through having kids. They don't become swingers, right? They respect the covenant of marriage, you know, and maybe they can heal from that. But if one component has lust and the other one has love, that there's and like again, because the lust is controlling, right? So it wants to appear as if it's love. It wants to appear as if it's like your perfect, your most complementary counterpart. But then you see that it doesn't take long for that spirit to come up that's, oop, zap, drain your energy. You're lying, right? You got some weird, someone else is controlling you. And then the relationship ends. And I think back in the day, it used to take a lot longer to get to this point, you know? Like back in the day, you know, I have friends in like their 50s and 60s. And it took like marriage, kids, dude cheats, and then divorce to figure that out. Nowadays, it takes like no time at all before it's a betrayal. They will betray you because at these end times, like getting closer to Judgment Day, this creation is jacked, is screwed, because people are trying to combine these two female energies in one reality, and we can't. So anyways, the Whore of Babylon has to die, and she does in Book of Revelation. So Whore of Babylon is that you know, weird, creepy female energy, trying to appear as if she's the godly one, and it's operating through men and women. So the way that's showing up now is God's like almost immediately exposing this energy in other people. And then you like obviously get away from them. And then maybe they'll go on to their next victim, or they'll go to like like I don't know what hell is, but I think when somebody is completely, they no longer have any heavenly friends, they got no more heavenly relationships, I think that's hell. So like a lot of people that have the spirit in them, or you know, biblically it's like these kings, the 7 heads and the 7 hills, and the woman is sitting on them, and they're enemies to love. You know, these kings, the kings of World War I, they have bad spirits in them, they have bad karma in them. How much war did we do in the last century? And these kings have blood on their hands, and they're enemies to love, and the Whore of Babylon is still riding their back, meaning these men are still under lust, they're enemies to love. But they seek after the women of love and they try to make it work and it doesn't work. Because it doesn't take long to find out that there's still a whore of Babylon sitting on their head, riding their back. Men shouldn't work for women. It's super inappropriate for a man to work for a woman. So it's like the whore of Babylon energy. It's like that queen, right? The queen riding the back of the beast, controlling men. Because how helpful is it for that female to control one man, and then like, oh my God, if she can control a bunch of men, she gets a lot of demonic energy to do that. And listen, I'm not knocking these women. I appreciate them because men are trash, and they're the ones that come to test them, and they fall for it. And it's like, yeah, because you're absolute trash. You're an enemy to love. And if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to see who these dirtbags are. Scumbags. They're just lustful perverts. They're not even perverted. They hide it so well. But everything that's done in the dark, it comes to light. Maybe not exactly it coming to light, but they start to behave a certain way because there's shit going on in the dark. And they must think God doesn't see it. And then especially, they must think that they can get away with it. Men lie. Men think that, and I'm not a man hater, these are facts. I'm sorry, these are just data points. They're facts. And I'm not angry about it. It is what it is. Right? I got faith in Jesus Christ. I don't give a shit about the men in this world, these worldly men. I don't care. Like, I can't care anymore. I can't be a goddamn martyr for their sins. But I forgot what I was gonna say. I do think there's a judgment day coming because we can't coexist. I feel like God is like completely gonna separate us. They will go to hell because they will no longer have any heavenly people to be around. So it's kind of scary because like the illusion is, it looks so good that these people, they're like big head. And listen, I'm not saying it's not possible. If a family is multi-generationally like saved by Christ, like they passed it down from generation to generation, and they're a big family, I'm like, they're super rare, but I think they're out there. And I'm not the one judging these other families, but I would say, based on my data research and statistics I've gathered, it's possible that like these people that have like this big ass illusion of like some big happy family, it might just be a bunch of people who share the same demon network. Lots of friends, businesses. It's possible these are just big demon networks. Because it's true, when I was transformed from just being unaware of Christ's salvation and like how to make it heaven on earth by getting Christ's salvation, like getting purified. Because I've always like really loved men. I never really was like a chick just seeking to hook up. So I wouldn't say I was ever under sexual immorality, but I definitely wanted deliverance from these cheating men, these lying men. It's like the only way to find out they're cheaters and liars is to date them. So being transformed through salvation with Christ, nowadays it's like right away. Your body's an antenna, and if your man is being like unfaithful, even in his mind, God's gonna, or your whole nervous system is gonna become out of whack. It's like that. If you've ever been betrayed by a loved one, it's like that feeling your nervous system gets when you find out you've been betrayed by a loved one. It's like that, but you don't even have to be near them. They can be like far away. You can still be like, this person, you can feel the person's betraying you. So I think that is what it meant for me to be transformed by Christ in terms of love and relationships, is like now I no longer have to like, you know, like get the physical facts and evidence about exactly what's going on. But also in this world is like we're trying to create heaven on earth, not by our own works, but through God alone. It's like we can't commingle with people who are even like but you know, it's not even like a spectrum anymore. I think God is handing people over to a reprobate mind. Lust or love. Oh, you choose lust, guess what? You're gonna end up homeless. Alone, sickness, poverty. You know, so don't wonder why when you know, a couple gets divorced and they start swinging and then fucking dude loses his job. It's like, yeah, maybe you don't deserve a fucking job because you're a lustful pervert. Right? Swinging is, no one takes you seriously. You're a silly person. See, people with no love, they cover it up so well. Like, oh, I'm a good person. Nope, you're not. If you don't have love and you don't have Christ, you're actually not. And like, that's the gateway drug to finding Christ, is realizing you're actually not a good person until your heart is transformed by a loving God. Not the God that tells you that you can watch porn and be completely sane and trustworthy. You're not. No one's trustworthy if they can be taken by lust. Ooh, that truck has like a half flat tire. Well, I guess that's kind of dangerous. He's driving so slow in these big ass trucks. So I think, you know, because like I would say love and relationships is probably my like biblical purpose, is like navigating this realm, and judgment to men and women. Women now, judgment to men. I would say, you know, women who are like witches and whatnot, they're demons. They don't have duality. I'm not saying they're bad people. They're not bad people. You're not supposed to associate with them. So maybe that's why in the Bible it says men specifically. Because women are not guilty. You're a man, dude. When men try to blame women for shit, it's like, you're a man. You either get away from that bitch, or you go to hell with her. I don't know. You know, it's like, I'm so easy to get along with. I'm unemotional, right? I'm not like an emotional chick. I'm not like, I don't get mad at dudes. I will just lose attraction, that's all. It's like nature. Just like lose attraction. And if I really want them to get away from me, I will say things like, don't ever talk to me again. Fuck you, don't ever talk to me again. That's when I get mean, is when I'm like, I don't want you ever anywhere near me. That's when I get mean. When it's done. Before that, it's like I'm actually like not controlled by my emotions. I think that's the Swiftie spell. I would go to these cycling classes because I liked that time, 11:45, like morning, and it ended up being like the Taylor Swift hour or whatever. Otherwise, I wouldn't ever listen to her music, other than I like her hits, but I don't listen to like her album music. And then I would hear this like album music and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like in a room full of women who love Taylor Swift. And they're just, all these women are like controlled by their emotions. Again, control. Spirit of control. Jezebel. Whore of Babylon. The devil. Satan. Control. If you're controlled by your emotions, check yourself. You're living under demonic oppression that you don't have to be living under. So that's why it's still a journey. You can be completely saved by Christ, but not quite delivered from demonic strongholds. So that's what it meant for me. I think I was pretty good from birth, like biologically, like not a whore, not a controlling bitch, not a sneaky little fucking asshole, just like a nice, loving, normal chick. I mean, I have behavioral problems, obviously, like any other kid does growing up, but grew up around strong male figures. Didn't let me get away with shit. Because that's the way God would have it. Maturing into an adult. And just get deliverance from cheating, lying men. Christ's salvation gave me that. And as time goes on, it happens a lot faster. And I think the spirit of the enemy spirit is like so desperate. Because someone can come into your life and like everything seems perfect. Not even like love bombing, but it's just like the most complimentary person. But then there's one thing and one thing only. They're controlled by another female, whether it be their mommy or their sister or their boss. And there's zero room for these two women to coexist, because the one woman brings you heaven, the other woman brings you hell. And people don't realize that woman energy is bringing you hell because it comes with this appearance that business is good, right? Big house, nice car, tons of friends, clout in society, validation galore. It's the illusion. When in reality, you are under complete control by this hell woman. It's the hell woman. These people don't realize they're in hell because the illusion is that of the opposite. Now, people that are in a heavenly realm, and right now we're pretty few and far between, but I think in the near future, God wants to put us together. There's a spiritual segregation happening where the hell realm people are being separated from the heaven realm people. I think that's a cop behind me, and they say people get in trouble when they don't know the rules. It'd be funny if I got pulled over for live streaming. Like, live streaming when you're driving is actually illegal. And I'd be like, shit, I didn't know. Well, I'm gonna let that guy pass me. I'm like trying to be savvy about any law that I might not know. So I stayed in Memphis, or like Germantown, Tennessee last night, and I met like the Comfort Inn, and I'm like, because I don't know, I'm like, is it legal to like drink and smoke outside? And the girl's like, yeah. And I was like, well, I just have to ask, because I don't know in Texas if they, like, people get arrested all the time on their own front lawns. Oh, it's not a cop. People get arrested all the time in, like, especially Kyle, because they act a fool, right? They get loud and crazy. Oh, it's K9 Drug Task Force. That is so cool. Sniff out them drugs, dogs. That's got to be one of the coolest jobs, being a cop, K9 cop. Hell yeah. Doing God's work. Yeah, in Texas. Oh, he's pulling over. I wonder why. Oh, he's turning around. U-turn. Yeah, it's like in Texas, they'll arrest you on your front lawn for being drunk and crazy. Hilarious, too. I think it's so funny. So, and like, I know that from the mugshots go on Facebook, like Hayes County mugshots, and they tell you what it's for. It's like public intoxication, but they live in the middle of nowhere. You got arrested on your front lawn for being a drunk and crazy bitch. So yeah, I think the heavenly people are being separated from the hell people. And I think that's God's judgment. God's going around judging people. Like, he's gonna offer you heaven and you're gonna choose hell, and I think that's what hell is. Then you get more hell. And the illusion will be that of heaven, and it's not. But these people are too stupid to realize they're not in a safe, stable position. See, they perceive the heaven people, the heaven realm, to be the unstable choice, because to them it brings uncertainty, right? But they would rather stay in control than be happier on uncertainty. So I was just listening to this little sermon thing. This guy was like, some people's lives are like complete disasters, but they're happy because they're free and God's in control. And that's an illusion also, isn't it? The illusion of disaster is that too. It's an illusion of the people that are headed towards the heavenly realm. And then isn't it funny that the people that are headed towards hell are under the illusion that they're the ones living a heavenly experience? And they're not. They're just controlled by their lust. Control, control, control. And I also think, ooh, this is getting really pretty. I think we're about to go through the Smoky Mountains, in which I will definitely turn this off because that's the most terrifying place I've ever driven. I've done this drive like I think it's several times because I've lived in Austin like 12 years. I don't think I can flip my screen. It'd be cool though. Oh, it's so pretty. Memphis is a dark town. I forgot, you know, there's like this idea of like Memphis, Elvis, like rock and roll. And then I forgot it's that city with the Bass Pro Shop. And I'm like, oh my God, it's the darkest energy. It's just such like a Freemason city. Oh gosh, it's the creep. And you know what? I'm actually headed to Columbus. I'm pretty sure Columbus is similar. So I'll probably do the same thing, stay in a town outside of Columbus, but I'm trying to make it to Columbus today. And I remember friend of a friend I stayed with there. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Kentucky Lake, Tennessee River, beautiful. I stayed with a friend of a friend who was a satanic ritual abuse survivor. I mean, is survivor even the appropriate term? Because I don't think a lot of these people survived because they're living in hell that they created. But maybe compared to where they came from, it's better. Anyways, yeah, this woman used to tell me her like horrific satanic abuse, and then we were driving around Memphis and she's like pointing out all the houses of her abusers, and they're like, you know, big beautiful houses. Creepy though, like creepy ass fucking city, Memphis, Tennessee. Ugh. Like, take a nuke, man. No, not really. Have a revival, man. Make things beautiful. And it starts with the energy. I think the energy in upstate New York's gotten better post-COVID. People got more agricultural, like growing gardens and stuff. And I think that has lightened the energy a lot. I got a female governor now. Speaking of, isn't that funny? I can't get a read on her, though. She just seems a little extraterrestrial to me. I don't know. It's like, all these people. So funny. But yeah, I don't dislike these women. That people think it's like I'm like a woman hater. It's like, no. I just know that they are either this or that. And if they're that, you gotta stay away from them. Women will give you heaven or hell. You gotta choose which women you want to be around. It's not their fault, right? Or like, yeah, maybe it is, but like, whatever, dude. Women aren't guilty. Men are guilty for who they follow. The world is built by men, inspired by a woman. So in Revelation, when it's the 7 heads, the 7 hills, the 7 kings, and the woman is sitting on top of them. That woman, the queen, the one that's delusional, says, I'll never be a widow. Because it would only work if she was delusional about her instability. Read your comments. Joe in the chat. Whitaker, we just studied this last night. I have had men work for me before. I mean, how else do I get my grass cut as a single woman? Yeah. I mean, that's different. They're cutting your grass, like they're helping you out. I mean, like, big business where women employ men. Like, the woman's at the top. Creepy. And it's funny, like, I would give me some examples because I can't even, like, I mean, I didn't try that hard, but I'm like, I can't even think of, like, a common business that's a woman with men under it. What's the most common business where there's, like, a female on top and then all men work for her? I can't think of any. Because it's fucking weird, dude. And isn't it funny with the whole, like, you know, Google search awards, you know, LGBTQ business, like, we're gay, we're women owned, so it's probably not a good thing. I mean, there's women owned business, and then it's a woman business, it's all women. That's cool. I mean, I don't like to scissor lesbians in the forest like that. I don't want to work with a bunch of women unless they're God's people. And I was going to say this before, this natural segregation. This is like, I got mind wiped, but this is what I wanted to say. After like I changed, my heart was made new through realizing the covenant of Christ, why he was on the cross, yada, 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 how to get into these heavenly places. I was like segregated, like I physically couldn't handle working in these businesses with this, like, these demonic principalities over them. And then I found myself in the best salon I've ever worked at. Small salon, booth rent, and it's funny because nobody wore it like a badge, but everybody was like Christ believing. You can feel it. And nobody got the vaccine either. It was like really funny. And especially towards the end, like as I was leaving, getting more like deep in conversation with my clients, and like almost like I would say like half my clients didn't get the vaccine, and that's super rare. But like your vibe attracts your tribe, right? And then like the other half only got one. So, because I was starting to survey people, because I'm just like collecting data on my way out. How did I attract such a beautiful group of women? Like all my clients were just heavenly females. Loved them. Loved being around them. Vibe attracts tribe. So then I started wondering, well, did you get the vaccine? Half of them didn't, and the other half just won. There was no triple vax boosted bitches in my chair. No vax rats. No, none. So there is a spiritual segregation. I could have worked at that salon indefinitely with that group and my clients. Indefinitely. What's up, Mr. Straw? Bad drivers in Memphis too. Traffic laws optional. Yeah, those roads were super interesting because they would have like multi-lanes going both ways, and then you'd have to like cross the road at a stop sign, but there's 2 lanes of traffic, but it weirdly works out. I'm like, this city is so weird. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, we're at a stop sign, the bank is across the street, but across the street means you gotta cross 4 lanes of traffic, 2 going this way and 2 going that way. And at first you're thinking, I have to turn right and do a U-E. But no, like, you just wait until the traffic clears. And then you can, like, weirdly scoot across. It just doesn't appear as if that's going to be the case when you first get to the stop sign. Yeah, that was weird traffic pattern there, too. Ugh, and then they have the old rail system. So can you imagine driving horizontally along old train tracks? Like your tires, you feel like your tires are gonna pop. So like everyone's driving, like within the lane, everyone's driving like far to the right of the lane or far to the left because nobody wants to drive with their tires along the train tracks. It's like, my God, just freaking pave over the train tracks. It's like weird. Memphis is weird as fuck. Does anyone know anyone that lives there? Because I want to know, how do you live there? I wanted to get out of there as soon as I got there. I was like, ugh. It was St. Patrick's Day too, so all these people are out like drinking, and it's just like a goofy, ugh. Goofballs. That'd be funny if I streamed like almost all the way to New York. But I really have that much to say. Yeah, I mean, people commented in the chat. But I want to get more into streaming. I think streaming might be like the future. You know, I have a new business venture, and I want to stream the entire thing. In fact, I would stream like my whole day at work. Conversations with my clients. Like, I think it'd be funny and fun to stream. Like, get to work and then set up the camera and like just stream all day long. Watch me do hair and listen to my clients talk. But I'm gonna do hair. I mean, it's gonna take a minute to transfer my license, and I don't plan on going into a salon and just doing hair for friends and family. Because there's like a bit of a feeding frenzy, right? When people hear I'm coming back, like, I want to get my hair done by you. I want to get my hair done by you. I want to get my hair done by you. And I'm like, I don't even know you. Okay. And they're probably nice, but your open season when you because I like had the best scenario. I didn't have any weird open season. Your open season to the public as a hairdresser, in that you do have to like kind of energetically fire people like as they come in. Like, it's so funny. And like in hairdresser forums in recent years, there's like a lot of conversation about this. They're like, some clients I just don't like. They are disrespectful biatches. And then people telling each other like how to get rid of them, like subtly and politely. My instructions, because I would pray to God. I was like, God, help me get rid of, like, I had like a handful of bitches I just didn't want to be around anymore. Because I didn't even want to be around them. Their energy is just, ugh. You know, speaking of like your nervous system reacting when someone betrays you, similar thing when you're doing hair for a woman who's got demons. It's the same thing. Their energy body is attacking your energy body the whole time. They're fucking crazy. I had this one client, she couldn't not talk. Well, she had a ton of demons, so everything she said was fucking annoying, first of all. But I do the polite thing and like whatever. And then at the end of the appointment, I felt like I just want to charge her $1,000 because she just sucked the life out of me. You know, and she's nice enough, like if, she, you know, she's like a public service provider, helpy helper of some kind, but as a friend, no, bitch, don't want to be your friend. I hate everything you think and say. You're annoying. You're competitive in your language and you're annoying. Nice person, annoying as fuck to get personal with. So, and you know, funny enough, she had the most demons, and funny enough, she was the hardest to get rid of. So God told me I had booking software, online booking. And there is a spiritual law where you invite the devil into your house. And online booking isn't necessarily inviting the devil into your house. Because they're booking at all hours of the day, whenever they want. So God told me to stop booking appointments for people. Say you're creating a new policy. From now on, everyone has to book their own appointment and manage their own appointment. And that alone got rid of like 3 chicks right away. They're like, I'm not making my own appointment. Right? Like they couldn't be bothered. But it's the spiritual permission of like, I'm not inviting you into my house anymore. If you have the spiritual authority to enter my house, then you can book your own appointment and I'll see you then. But this one chick, she found a loophole, the one that was so hard to get rid of. She found a loophole where she would text me the day before the appointment to confirm it. So I was like, well, fuck, this demon-ridden bitch is like playing, you know, the spirits are playing games here. And so, but she also, when she's in my chair, she can't not talk. Like silence triggers the shit out of her demons, and then they start like attacking my energy. Because the thing is like, talk to me. So what I did was, when she came in, I just like didn't talk. And it was awkward. And I was getting ferociously attacked the whole time by her demons. Right? Your nervous system is getting attacked the whole time, but I never saw that bitch again. She was so offended that I wasn't like holding polite conversation. So interesting. Nice lady, right? These people are nice, but physically cannot be near you. And that is how God is segregating his people. It's stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's toxic when you go to a salon for the first time because you're open season to whoever the fuck. and then you start to like whittle away the riffraff. So anyways, I'm not going back into a salon. I'll do hair for friends and family at home, but I'm starting another business, and I'm super excited about it. And I want to stream the whole time. Like, oh my god, how fun would that be? I just love looking at these houses along the highways. It's like, they look like uninhabitable. You're like, someone lives there? Like, don't you just want to go in and like remove all the cars that don't work anymore and that old like rusted out swing set? You like want to have like a nice place to live? No, you just want to live under a pile of trash? The house looks uninhabitable. These people like live here along this highway. It's so fascinating to me, hoarders, because it's such a multifaceted, like psychological, spiritual issue. And then also maybe just a lack of knowledge, or like maybe they don't know anyone. Maybe there's nobody around, because I mean, these are pretty rural areas. I mean, I can drive for like 200 miles. Like, I barely have to pay attention. There's like nothing around. So like, I don't think these people have anyone to help them. So they're just like, over the years, just accumulate crap, right? The car dies, like, just leave it there. No, you bring it to a junkyard, my friend. Oh, hey, Tim, drive safe. Yeah, I'll probably cut it when I go through the Smoky Mountains. Ugh, scary. Maybe it won't be scary this time, though, because I've already done it. The all streaming idea is pretty cool. You got the personality and vibe to do it. Yeah, and people are pretty wonderful, too, like around me. You know, I think when you hold a heavenly vibration, it's like vibe attracts tribe, and it's just like, you know, game recognized game. And then people are pretty wonderful. It's like people that have life and love in their body, they can easily identify other people who have life and love in their bodies. And the other people just kind of fall into the background. Like, there's like, the connection's missed, right? There's a missed connection. Like, the people with light and love in their body, Jesus, it's the only way to get it. They like recognize each other. And it's as simple as like, you know, you're stopping at a crosswalk and someone's walking across and you wave and they wave back. This is like, yep. So cool. Which is no wonder why I was suicidal my entire life, like as a baby. I mean, I committed suicide one time when I was like 10, because I saw on TV, if you take a bunch of pills, you might not wake up. And I was like, ooh, I want to do that. But then after that, I never like committed suicide, but I was like, my God, I would just love to. My friend said veterinarians have the highest suicide rate because they have lethal injection in a drawer. So my God, if I ever had access to lethal injection, I wouldn't be here. It's too easy for veterinarians to kill themselves because they have kill switches in a drawer. It's getting a little cheery. Oh my God, my cat is so cute. Want to see him? Look at him. Cheery. My chunky boy. I think he's like 15 pounds. Big boy. He's not fat. He's a tuxedo, but he's like dark brown. Dark brown and white. He's a good cat because I had him since he was a kitten. I had to bottle feed him. He was a little rescue. I had like a kitten vending machine in my apartment. So these cats would have kittens on the roof. And then they would like shoot. I don't think they're falling down I think the mom is like rejecting certain kittens, and I think she would knock them off into the like somewhere. There's like a hole or somewhere on the roof, and she would like knock them down like in between the 2x4s, and then there's the drywall, and so there'd be like a little kitten in the closet. It's like in the same area, in between the wall, like meow, 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 meow. So I had to like, oh, this is a creepy place. Like people are creepy. I called maintenance and I was like, there's like, because it happened 2 times. I'm like, there's like a kitten in my wall. And they're like, okay, we'll put a work order in. And I'm like, a work order? I'm like, there's a kitten in my wall. So, like everything in life, I had to take matters into my own hands. And I just took the back of a hammer. It wasn't hard, but I've never done anything like this before. So I took a back of a, so I had to like kind of listen to where the kitten is, and then like I had like mark it with an X, and then I like took the back of a hammer and I just kind of like gently like started to like chisel out like a place I could put my arm through to like pick the kitten up. So the first one, I was overwhelmed because that kitten was too small. It was scary small, and I didn't have a vehicle, so it freaked me out. I was like, I shouldn't have a pet because I was just taking the bus and riding my bike at the time, like downtown Austin. I didn't have a vehicle, so I was like, I don't think I want the responsibility of an animal because I don't have like a vehicle to like take it to the emergency or whatever if they need it. So put the kitten out hoping that the mom would come get it, but I think the mom's rejecting them. That's why they knocked them down. But then kitten rescue came to get the kitten. But then several months later, it was so funny. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, it was like bedtime, and I'm just like, I'm so bored. I was like crying because I was like, life is so boring. Like, this sucks. And I'm just like laying there. I'm like, I just wish I could like fall asleep right now. I'm so depressed, so bored. And then I hear meow, meow, meow. So I go over and I, grab the kitten out of the kitten vending machine, and it's little Jerry, this little tuxedo cat. It's funny, these people moved in with an outdoor boy cat, and then next thing you know, these cats are like pumping out, these black cats are pumping out black and white kittens. Maybe that's why the mom rejected him, was because he was black and white, when all the other cats are like black cats. That's the funny thing too, like all the cat, we had like a cat problem, they were all black cats. So there's like never-ending supply of black kittens just all the time everywhere. I don't think they had a choice at some point but to poison them, which is pretty disgusting. But I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't do it, but people are creepy. They would do all kinds of creepy things in that neighborhood. They would, and people say it's for a reason, but they would trim the trees to like basically trunk and branches, and it made the whole neighborhood look so creepy. But people do this, and it's like, why? They have a justification for it. Have you guys ever seen this? Or like this like tree trimming service? I mean, I understand if the tree is about to like touch your house, but no, these are standalone trees. I judge these people that do that. So, yeah, creepy ass fucking neighborhood. People are creeps. The internet would go out, and then like these zombies would come out of their house, and you're like, ugh, you're my neighbor? Oh my god, I live around a bunch of internet zombies. They're like, the internet's out, oh my god, I'm losing my mind. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe you're my neighbor. I've never seen them. Some people can live without leaving their house nowadays. It's so creepy. Sleeper cells, creating sleeper cells. So yeah, I pulled Jerry out, and he was a little bit bigger, and like I had him in my hands, and he just stared at me. This kitten was just staring at me. And And that's when I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna keep this one. And he came with the name Jerry. That was just his name. It was just the name he came with. Don't know why, but that was his name. This is Jerry. And now he's 4 years old. Big boy. It's nice. He's calming down a little bit. I'm excited for him to meet his new brother, Georgie, who's like this ultra plush indoor designer cat. Doesn't want to go outside for no reason. He is so funny. He's like the opposite of Jerry, but I think they're gonna be so complementary. Because Jerry's pretty playful. And Georgie is playful too, but he's only ever had like humans to play with. Kitty friend, yeah. I'll get pretty tired. I feel like I need some water. Gotta stay hydrated. I didn't prep any food. Like I didn't bring a cooler. So you're just like at the mercy of like road food. I almost know I didn't. I got the McDonald's coffee. Do you know the McDonald's coffee is only $1.69? Like why? Why is it so cheap? Is it literal cancer? But this road trip I've enjoyed a couple McDonald's coffees. And just look at the food on the menu and you're like, could I get a burger? And you're like, no, definitely not. Do you guys eat McDonald's? Can you eat McDonald's? I don't remember the last time I had it. I cannot. Sometimes I would DoorDash at night for fun and to, keep from porch rotting too early. And I would pick up these orders from McDonald's and I'm like, this restaurant smells like wet dog mixed with teenage boy. And then the food would be in my car for 20 minutes and then my car would smell like wet dog and teenage boy. That's what McDonald's smells like. Am I wrong? Take a whiff. Is going too slow. This is fun. Let's just stream. You guys have to you gotta be more in the comments because it'll just keep me like energized to stuff to talk about. I haven't really streamed like this in a while, but I used to all the time because I used to drive around all over the place in my old Lexus and I would stream like most of the time. But I think that should be like the next thing. Streaming at work. Because wouldn't it be cool to watch people do their jobs? Just like interesting jobs. Mr. Straw, haven't had McDonald's for years. Thanks goodness. Yeah, I mean, I was never really like a casual McDonald's eater either, but like once in a great while. But I don't know when it happened, but at some point you're just like, ugh, never again. Like at least the last 12 years in Austin. Like I don't think I've ever eaten McDonald's in Austin. I don't know, but I'm a big Taco Bell person. Taco Bell, like, it feels good to me. Like I don't feel gross after eating Taco Bell, and it doesn't hurt my stomach or anything, but I've always just eaten Taco Bell though. Whereas some people can't. I'm a huge fan of this gentleman, Brian Johnson, the Don't Die guy. His slogan is Don't Die. He's a documentary on Netflix. Just Netflix search Don't Die. Watch it. It's freaking phenomenal. because this gentleman, he wants to reverse aging to the point, like, to just pioneer like a new situation where we can live a lot longer. And but he is it what he's doing is extreme, but his advice is good because it's realistic. He was like, just start by paying attention to how you feel after you eat food. Because maybe we're so used to, I mean, not me, because I'm like more heavenly realm, but like maybe people that are in like a hell realm, maybe you're just used to feeling like shit, thinking that's normal, and it's not. It's actually not normal. So Brian Johnson with Don't Die says, just start by every time you eat, he's like, listen to your body. How do you feel? If you don't feel great, you shouldn't be eating that. Or maybe don't do it again. Because this is the number one, this is like the first step in the whole like don't die paradigm. And I'm a fan of his work. I'm a fan of living a lot longer. I am a fan of taking out the trash on this world. I mean, just start by cleaning up ugly things. Spiritually, mentally, relationship-wise, physically. Make things nice again, good again. Make life worth living longer. Which I think is good for me that, you know, I really don't have a big circle. I have like a fan base, I believe. And you guys are like sort of like friends, but I think it's going to be good for me that I only have like one friend. And then my family's decent. My family's good. And you know, there's a lot of fruit too. Like, you know, you'll know them by their fruits. We're not all up in each other's business. And everyone's just like happy and normal. Tons of babies being born right now, all of a sudden. Like, we didn't have a baby born for like 20 years, and then all of a sudden, it's like mega baby boom. I can't keep up with them all. Because now's the time. It's a good time to have kids now. If you're in a heavenly realm, right? If you're on that trajectory, have kids. Oh, now it's raining, and if it gets too loud, I'll cut it off. But in terms of like listening to your body, my best breakfast is 3 eggs, like from the chickens outside, and a half of an avocado. My favorite breakfast is a big ass bagel with cream cheese on it. But it makes me feel like crap, does nothing for me. My best breakfast that I don't necessarily prefer over other stuff is 3 eggs and half avocado. Supercharged energy, mind is clear, body is ready to go. Zero tiredness. You're not supposed to get like tired after eating. I think that's abnormal. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna take a break, and I think it's gonna start raining heavier because the clouds are looking pretty dark ahead. And then, yeah, maybe I'll get back on here later. We'll just have a little fun with it. I have like 15 hours to go. I think more than that. So, yeah, that's that. Ooh, it's been an hour. Cool. You're the right kind of people. Love y'all so much. Have a beautiful day. Talk to you again really soon.